I'm going to go back, and somebody's already going to have defeated that location.
It's only a game. Why you have to be mad?
But the one thing that is the most important that you all should know, if there is anything, is we are on the last little bit of Clash of Worlds round 1 of the new season. We're absolutely clapping Springfield. All right, we're doing some work against Springfield. I thought that we would use a little bit of attacks here and there. Let's get through it here. Let's see what we got. We got a couple of cleanups. Cleaning up the moon symbol, I think, is going to be a little bit more important than the other. So let's just clean up this moon symbol real quick. I'm sitting on 5 attacks just because I'm kind of waiting for today. We got a couple of hero attacks that we can take here. It looks like we are almost sweeping. As a matter of fact, we might actually sweep. 34 attacks left. We have 1, 2, 3, 8. We have 8 locations left. And we have 34 attacks left. 1 Titan location left. I guess let's take a look at this. Chief Wiggum, Onyx. No counter control here. So we're dealing with Pet Strength with Team Pet Axel. Physical attack, armor, magic defense. Let's just take this one at a time. All right. I really know what's going to work against this team, but I'm not 100% on what's going to work against this team. So let's take it one at a time. Let's send this here. We're going to do Kane, Vex, probably Fenris, if I had to guess, Mara, and Merlin. Okay. We're just going to do Flagless because it's not going to matter. I'm pretty certain this is going to be the team that we're going to use. I'm fairly confident in it. I'm fairly confident. We're just going to use IDH. Okay. We're just going to use IDH. Very, very straightforward team. We're going to do Biscuit with Merlin, and then Corvus Morgan. Corvus is going to be really, really strong and survive pretty well against Kira, Dante, Zhu, etc., etc., etc. I think, though, we are going to use Chorus instead, and we're going to use a stun control champion, Mara. Okay, we're going to do this. Now, this could end up being a problem. Corvus probably going to be fine against physical attack boosted, critical hit boosted, physical attack. You got double physical attack here. It's not too bad. No armor defense at all. No control defense at all. This should be all you need. Okay, this should be all that you need right here. We're testing, by the way. We're testing. Corvus, a little bit of stun lock. The big concern is just taking too much damage from Zhu. Honestly, that's kind of the scary thing. But the dodge, the armor artifact, the stuns, I think we're going to be okay with this. I think this is probably going to be fine. There's 1 loss. There's another loss to Zhu. So we're timing out against Zhu. I'm not really worried about that. So IDH, Corvus, Dorian, Arachne, Pet, Chorus, War Flag, boom. Let's do Oliver, Mara, Biscuit, Merlin. Flags don't really work, man. Now, the good news is we have so many attacks left. That even if I completely whiff here, which you never hope to whiff when it's coming down to the line. We have so many attacks left that this just is a non-issue. Okay, this is just a non-issue. So we used IDH, Arachne, and Corvus. Maybe Oliver. I'm not 100% certain on what pet combinations. I'm not real clear on the Rufus of it all, to be honest with you. Yeah, this team, we shouldn't have any trouble with using just Kark Blender. We're actually going to not use Sebastian because we're going to save Sebastian for the Engineerium, if that makes sense. We are going to use, I think... How about we're going to switch this to Axel. How about we could use Sebastian because of the stun. How about we use another control hero maybe? You know, Ninja Turtles could be good because Dante is in the 3rd line. Let's switch this to Merlin, Mara, actually Chorus. Let's try this. Again, I'm a little concerned about Zhu here, but I think it'll be okay. I think it'll end up being okay. The stuns and the blinds that the Ninja Turtles and Lara Croft is going to provide should be okay. I saved Morgan for this line. But I ended up I don't need it. Oh, somebody's hitting Onyx anyway. All right, so somebody's taking my attack. That's okay. Let's give them a second to see if they finish this up. If they didn't, we'll clean it. Kark against Anvari. Viking, my Kark is exponentially superior to that person's Anvari. Let's give this a hot second to make sure that they clean this up before we move on. Down to 32 attacks left. Roadrunner, huh? You guys realize that Augustus is garbage without magic penetration, right? You guys realize that Augustus is garbage without magic penetration. What is this team, man? Did Roadrunner test? That's crazy. I've been there before, though. What was the plan to kill Rufus there? Galahad? Jet? Chorus? I guess Chorus, Galahad, and Jet is an okay way. Well, you know, using dodge against... I can see it. I can see that they got stunned. I mean, I can see the fight happening. All right, so let's take a little hit here. Energy gain for defense teams is higher. Looks like we had a whiff here versus Devil Dog. So we basically have to use Sebastian, right? We have to use Sebastian on offense here. Almost across the board, we have some pretty significant control heroes. There's no real control hero here, I guess. So this is how this is going to work. It's going to be the same. The same team is going to work here. Should probably use Sebastian instead of Nebula here, but we're going to be fine. We're going to be fine. Oh, just kidding. Should have tested, I guess. Somebody's clearing that up. Okay. All right. So what do we have left then? I guess we do like some dodgy stuff. I guess. We can do some like dodgy stuff. What healers do we have left? We've got Celeste and Martha. So we'll use Martha. Let's go with Qingmao and Astaroth. We're going to use Qingmao to quickly blow up Cleaver. I'm surprised I didn't. I should have refreshed there. Axel on the back line. Pet is Axel. War flag. Sure. Armor penetration. Maybe Yasmin for the dodge. Could be fun. And thinking about using some fun control stuff, but nah. No sense in over. Yeah, let's go ahead and go with Sebastian just for the bonus crit. So I want to say, do as I say, not as I do. We have 30 attacks left. And 4 locations after I finish this one off. So we're gonna clear with a sweep. It would have been nice to be a little cleaner. You know, we're gonna clear with the sweep though, unless people just don't show up, which is certainly possible. Oh, and I suppose some of those attacks are probably Titan attacks as well. 2. So 2 of those attacks are... So we got 26 hero attacks left. And 3 locations left. Okay. Yeah. We're going to clear this just fine. So let's go ahead and screen grab these 2. And then let's take a look at last week. The usual suspects. Cecilia's a wiener was beat by Ig. Cecilia's a wiener changed their team up. They use Martha this week instead of Dorian. So we pretty well, okay. So let's do this. It's important to have 2 victories in Guild War. All right. They used Dorian last week, but this week we're going to use Martha. Now, chances are they did change up the pets. Cecilia's a wiener is using Axel again. So we got Oliver, Fenris, Albus, Mara, Martha, probably using Axel. Yeah, if I had to guess using Axel there. All right, so IDH, but Martha instead of Dorian is gonna win here. We're also gonna use Sebastian to counter the stunaliciousness, and we're just gonna use just a basic tank here. Let's go with Oliver. Albus, Biscuits. We can use, let's just leave Kane. Albus is probably better here, but this is how we're gonna win. You know how we're gonna beat this team. Almost every Ishmael team can be beat with this line. You know, with some exception, of course. The Iris and the Heidi is way more damage than you really need. The only issue that we're going to run into, though, is I forgot to bring a way to kill Rufus. So the question then becomes, maybe I swap to Chorus. What do you guys think? Should I swap to Chorus and use Morgan? Because we're definitely going to time out here. So let's swap to Chorus. This is why we test, guys. This is why we test. Because sometimes we forget. Sometimes we go into attacks and we forget about certain things. Morgan's a pretty good Ishmael slower downer also. And you can't forget that the armor penetration artifact that she brings definitely boosts Iris's damage output. Iris is kind of a natural counter to Martha because Bitey will knock over her totem pretty well. Yeah, I think this is going to be a pretty safe team. The only way I think I could lose is if I get real unlucky. Wow, okay. Well, the win rate is not as good as I thought it was. Interesting. Let's change this to Axel. Oh, that didn't do it. So we definitely need Chorus. Ishmael stuns and Fafnir stuns are pretty good. So what if instead we just let Morgan tank? Is that ever a thing? Is just letting Morgan tank ever a thing? Arachne's good against Ishmael? Yeah, I could probably do Arachne tank. Morgan's pretty thick. Control of the Mira. Amira could work. Ooh, 3 defeats in a row. Okay. So, we want to try Arachne? We can try Arachne. I'm using... Oh, Vex on... okay, I gotcha. Vex on who? As a team pet? Let's try a different strategy. Let's try using Amira. And let's go Morgan. Aiden boosted Morgan. Keep everybody alive until Amira blows everybody up. Yeah, I mean, we win. That didn't really feel like a very confident win, though. I hate how sometimes it slows down. Okay. I'll try that. Florent in. I'll try that. I'm going to go back, and somebody's already going to have defeated that location. This win felt a lot better. That win felt a lot better. Somebody's going to have hit that location already. All right. Okay. Done. No more training. $27 attacks left. 2 hero locations left. 1 Titan location. Okay. We can get this sweep, guys. We can get this sweep. We cannot get a sweep in the Guild War. We can't. We got 6 attacks left. We got 7 locations left. I could have guessed. Okay.